Hi everyone, I'm back and I got bangs. I'm not a huge fan of them, I can't lie. I just sometimes can't see and they bother me because they're just sitting on my face. They do fit the fall vibe though, which is why I broke them out for this video. Because today we are doing fall fragrances. I've broken them down into 3 categories. So we have like the cozy, sweet, ambery, warm fragrances. And then we also have tea fragrances. And then the third category is like more sensual fragrances, in my opinion. They're for like date night or whatever, a night out, if you will. Anyways, let's get started. The first one that I have to talk about is the Ariana Grande Cloud Intense. My boyfriend got me this last year, I believe, and I like it so much more than Cloud. It still does have this like synthetic, sugary ambroxan note, but personally, I like that. And this one, for some reason, compared to the original Cloud, just feels like it has more depth. It's so beautiful. And honestly, maybe it's the packaging because it's a dark navy instead of that light blue that makes me think it's for the fall. But I just genuinely think it's like a very nice, clean fragrance. Like, I would wear this to work. I don't think it's too sweet. I do think that on the dry down, it gets a little bit sweeter, but overall, I think it's pretty universally well liked, and I find it warm enough for the fall months. The next one I want to talk about, I just got. Okay, I got Liquid Gold from Juliana's Perfume, which this is a dupe for Gentle Fluidity Gold from MFK, which I have a little sample of. So these two, like the actual versus the dupe, they're the exact same. I don't see a difference, and I think that if you really like Gentle Fluidity Gold, you should definitely purchase Liquid Gold by Juliana's Perfume if you want a dupe. This is not sponsored. I don't get set any perfumes. I just love the fragrance. I tried this in I think I was in the Saks one day, and I was like, holy shit, I've never smelled better. Like, it lingered on my clothes the entire day, and I was just smelling myself the whole day, loving it. So I needed to buy a similar one or the original. I got the dupe, and it's perfect. It is very sweet and it's very feminine, but I wouldn't say that it's like unbearably sweet. Like, there are a lot of vanillas that I find to be nauseating. Okay, this is not a nauseating vanilla. It's so smooth. It's, I don't really know how to describe it. Like, it is caramel, but it's not overly sweet. Okay, it's just sweet enough, in my opinion. And it just screams more months, I have to say. Like, I wouldn't really wear this in the summer. You could if you wanted to, but I do think it's a little heavy for the summer, for me personally. So I really have been enjoying that as the weather gets colder. The next two I want to talk about are Miss Independent from Juliana's Perfume, which is the I don't need a man to be my own princess. What is it? It's the marshmallow matcha one. I layer it with Angham by Lattafa. These two together are crazy. I got this recommendation of layering from Perfumerism on her stories on Instagram, and it works. It works. It works. And it's crazy because it's genuinely like the perfect combination. I can't even. I've never found a layering combo this good. It gets the matcha and powderiness and sweetness from here, but then it adds this like layer of lavender and ginger to it, and it just smells amazing. So I don't really wear these two alone, if I'm being honest, because I do find this one to be a little bit too sweet for me. In terms of the dupage quality, it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's exact. I think it's like 94%. Angham by itself is like a little bit too mature for me. I don't know. That's just how I feel. So I think that both of them layered together is amazing. Also, if you guys want me to do an entire video on all the dupes that I own a lot because I don't believe in spending like above 150 something on a perfume. So if you want to see that video, let me know. Next, I have tea fragrances. So I am first going to talk about this one. It is a Labo Noir 29 dupe, and it is stunning. I've never smelled Labo's Noir 29, so I can't say how exact it is to the original. Like I said, if you want a dupe video, then I'll go out and smell it. But For right now, I've never smelled the original. However, this smells stunning. It smells exactly like juicy, sugary black tea. It smells like a boba tea, essentially. If you get like the brown sugar with like taro, that's what this smells like. Full sugar. Okay. So if you don't like sweet, then you're not gonna like this. I actually don't think you can get this online. I got it from like a dupe store in Midtown in New York. So I'm so sorry, but it cost $8. If you're ever in New York, let me know if you want the location because the little like applicator is so large and this was only $8. And I wear this all the time because anytime it rains, I want to smell like tea. I want to smell like tea. I want to drink tea, and I'm going to. The next tea fragrance that I love that I've talked about before is Indigo by Nest. I will buy the full size once I'm out of this, but I actually also got like 2 mini sizes for my last birthday. So I have a long way to go. But this is one of my favorite tea fragrances. It just smells like I've heard perfumerism say that it smells like a black cat girlfriend, which I can see. I just think it smells beautiful. If you've ever smelled Dear Polly from Wilhelm, it does smell very similar to that, but less fresh. I think the Wilhelm one is for like spring summer for some reason, and this one is like for fall winter. Next, we're getting into like the sexier fragrances, the ones that you would wear for a night out or date night. The first one I have is actually cologne. So this is John Varvatos. I believe it's the John Varvatos. Like it's the original one. My boyfriend actually gave me this because I bought him the full size version, so he just like gave me the small size version because we're long distance. So I think he just like wanted me to spray it whenever like I needed a reminder of him. I'm not sure. But that was a really sweet thought, and regardless, it does remind me of him. However, I also just like wearing it because it smells delicious and I don't always want to smell so sugary. So this is a nice alternative. It smells like good aftershave. It's very clean, and I really like this one. All right, the next one I have is a dupe. It's the Replica Jazz Club dupe from Oil Perfumery. And this one I actually didn't like at first. I never liked Jazz Club from Replica, okay? I remember smelling it in the store and I'm like, why the fuck would you want to smell like cigarettes? Guys, that's crazy. But the dupe actually smells a little similar to Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford. Like it's a little bit vanilla and creamy, but you can still smell like the cigars. So I think this actually smells really good now. And whenever I'm going out, not necessarily for date night, but like with friends, I think it's just so cool. I don't know, I just smell a vibe on me. Even if like we're having like not a great time, which obviously if I'm with my friends, I'll have a great time. But even if we're having not a great time, like I could just picture myself at a jazz bar vibing out when I'm wearing the scent. And I do feel like Oil Perfumery generally does last a long time on skin, so I never have to be worried about that. It also lasts a long time on clothes, actually. The next one I have is also a Oil Perfumery dupe. It is the Baccarat Rouge 540, and I also just love this one. This is my favorite from Oil Perfumery, I have to say. I'm thinking about getting like the actual Baccarat Rouge 540, but we'll see because as I said, I don't believe in spending $150, $150 plus dollars on a perfume bottle. I just don't believe in it. I don't know. It doesn't smell exactly like the original. Like I don't think it gets the airiness that the original Baccarat Rouge 540, but it does smell very close. And it gives heavy brown sugar and Broxton notes. And I love it. It doesn't look like I've used it, but that's because I had another one that I was trying to finish up before I used this one. But now I'm on to this one. So, okay. And the last fragrance I have here is Taif Rose by Jo Malone. So I got the samples from Blue Mercury. That's why they're like this. You can also buy samples if you want, but you can get free samples from Blue Mercury. This one I got and I haven't finished yet. Otherwise, I would get the full size version or at least a travel size because I do like Jo Malone fragrances generally. But I just really love this one. I don't know. I'm sure that there are other rose fragrances like this. Like, I don't think it's unique in any way. I just really haven't smelled that many rose scents. And this one is very different from the other red roses that Jo Malone has. That one is like more photorealistic roses from the ground. This one is like a sweet, powdery rose scent that has a little bit of like darkness to it. I think it has like a coffee note, if I'm being honest. So I really like this for the fall, for the warmer months, because I do think it's a little bit heavier. But if you can find a dupe for it, you should probably just get that. I hear so many creators talking about how boring rose fragrances are, which I wouldn't disagree. It's just I wouldn't know because I don't own that many fragrances. Like, I'm not a fragrance creator, so I don't have hundreds of fragrances. I have, well, I have a good amount. I have 20 or 30. I'm not sure. But this is one that I really, really enjoy. Anyways, that's everything. I hope you like this video. I hope that you got some recommendations for fall. I am excited to be back on YouTube. I hope you like my bangs, and if you don't, please don't say anything. Let me know if you want a dupe video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!